What's good, everybody? Welcome back to the Go 100 Basketball Podcast, where we're bringing you trending topics and news from basketball around the world. Hope everybody had a good weekend. As you see, we're improving each episode. We got a new camera. I don't know if y'all can tell by the quality, as well as a new podcast mic. Still trying to figure this thing out, but I'll get back to you on that. Let's get into some basketball news. To start off, I want to show y'all the Go 100 NFTs that we have. I'm going to bring up a picture here of one of our recent NFTs that sold. Bring up a picture there. Got some good artwork on there. Good details. So each of these NFTs aren't just, non-fungible tokens as far as having a collectible. It also allows you to qualify for different subscription packages at the Go 100 Academy, opportunities for free merch. So you all should definitely look into the Go 100 NFTs. It's on the go100basketball.com website. Last season, I was doing story time. And this season, since I was adding video and all of this cool stuff, I kind of got away from story time. But I want to use story time to help the younger basketball players that may, play collegiately as I did or pursue a professional career as I did. So I believe the last story time I left off in the finale of last season was whenever I got my master's degree. So, stayed in school. I stayed true to being an academic. I consider myself an academic, love learning, love reading, love learning new stuff and applying it, i.e. do it yourself on YouTube or whatever. But anyhow, back to basketball. After I got my master's degree, I immediately started pursuing my professional career even more because, I was already, going to different events and, advertising, me playing professionally. So I was doing that at the same time as getting my master's degree. So, I was doing both of those at the same time. I would go from studying and getting out of class and working on my dissertation and everything like that, right to the gym, getting some shots up or, working on a new move or something like that. So it made a smooth transition to playing professionally, after getting my master's degree. So I did that. And as my rookie year, I would call it, since it was my first year, just, solely focusing on basketball, I was running into a lot of opportunities, and young players out there. With these opportunities, take your time to do your research on them. I'm sure they're going to do their research on you, but do your research on whatever team is pursuing you or recruiting you, because it was a lot of scam artists I was running into. I don't know if I still have it, but I'll try to bring up the emails. It was some team out of London or something like that. They're like the Leicester Riders or something like that. They were recruiting me heavily, sending me emails. And then it got a little strange because they started asking me to send my passport. Not, a picture of my passport. They asked me to send my actual passport to them. So, me as an American, I'm already suspicious of, playing overseas just because there's so much great basketball here in the USA. So, and you young players, don't forget about the opportunities here in the USA. A lot of people want to run overseas and everything like that. There are so many professional, semi-professional, opportunities in the United States. So, and you'll get to be by your family. You know, I'm a family man. So, you know, being away from my family was, you know, that was something I wasn't looking forward to. Anyhow, so there's a lot of scam stuff happening. Rookie season, I had an opportunity in Greece through a coach I knew, and I don't know how everybody else's situation was, but you know, it was a red flag to me when, you know, you don't actually get to see these people and meet them in person that often. So it's a lot of like, at that point, it was Skype. We didn't have Zoom and everything like that, but it was Skype. That was like the video chat. So it was a lot of Skype type situations going on. So, you know, that was sketch to me because, you know, I'm a personable person, like, you know, in real life type of person. So, you know, talking to this guy over Skype, and then he's asking me to send him money, you know, he's asking me, you know, he's portraying to me like he's going to be my agent or whatever, but he's asking me to, you know, pay for my flights to New York. He said he had some hoop session set up in New York. He wanted to see me work out and everything like that, but I would have to pay for everything. So that was suspicious because I'm talking to my other buddies who are already playing professionally. They've probably already been playing like 3-4 years professionally. And they're telling me like, nah, bro, the agent takes care of everything. The agent and the team is going to take care of all of that stuff. You shouldn't have to come out of pocket for any of it. So, you know, I listened to him, you know, and I said that to the guy, and the guy started getting frustrated, you know, acting weird. So I was like, okay, that's, you know, it's probably another scam. So, at that point, I pursued more opportunities here in the States since it was just so much, you know, funny business going on with the overseas market. So anyhow, I'm gonna pop up a picture of me playing in the ABA here in the States. This was like a semi-pro opportunity to stay active. And that matters to all you young players out there. It matters if you're staying active, especially in this day and age where a lot of it's recorded, because coaches are going to want to know what you've been up to. Have you been playing organized basketball? Not the hoop sessions with your bros at the Y, or, you know, at, you know, whatever gym you play at. You know, they want to see some organized basketball of you playing some, you know, good basketball, not just, you know, doing crazy stuff and, you know, something that won't benefit you as a basketball player. So here I'm gonna pop up a picture of my ABA opportunity. If anybody knows about the ABA, it was the original basketball league before the NBA, and I guess they did a merger or something like that, and they chose to have two separate leagues or whatever. So anyhow, then I'm gonna pop up a picture of my opportunity I had with the Oklahoma City Blue, which is the Oklahoma City Thunder's developmental team, their G League team. So pop up this picture. The Thunder actually posted me on their page, you know, on the actual like OKC Thunder page, and it got like 17,000 likes and everything like that. But y'all know I wasn't caring about those likes. I was trying to get a contract, you know, some type of deal. And then I had an opportunity. I wanted to try the whole summer league thing that happens in Vegas. I'm sure a lot of you college players and then guys that are pursuing a professional career, you all know about the whole NBA Summer League in Vegas. It's a huge event every summer where all of the NBA players, execs, coaches, you know, developmental trainers, everybody's out there in Vegas. So there's different combines and, you know, different leagues going on. So I wanted to see how it was, and I went. It was that summer after I got my master's degree. I went out there and, you know, I wanted to see where I was as a basketball player. And, you know, they say hindsight is 20/20. So looking back at it, I feel like what could have benefited me most as a player, one, experience. I don't know. It's like experience trumps all of that stuff. Like just knowing certain things, what to do, what not to do. It trumps if you have a great jump shot or if you like mad athletic, you know. So that, and then IQ, you know. And the good thing about both of those is you can work on them daily. You can get your experience from playing good basketball, not, you know, when your friends doing underhand shot from half court, all of that nonsense. Um, and then your IQ, you can work on that, like, you know, constantly trying to improve your basketball IQ, you know, depending on what position you are as a player or what skill that you're trying to acquire. So, you know, just a heads up to you, you young guys out there. So the Vegas experience was fun. You know, got some opportunities from that. I linked up with another Oklahoma basketball player. He actually went to the NBA. He played for some teams in the NBA, and he was, you know, kind of down there looking out or whatever. So, yeah, good experience there. I would recommend that. You can get some good opportunities from that. Okay, moving on to other news. The Go 100 book has been selling like crazy. Shout out to everybody who's going out and bought the book. I appreciate y'all. I have it on the website now, the go100basketball.com website. If you all just want to order from the website, it's on Amazon also. I'll have the link down in the description. Yeah, so here's a picture of the book. You know, it's a great book for all ages. On Amazon, they have you put an age range. So I have it from age 8 because the book is about I guess you would say an 8-year-old. So it's about a 3rd grader. So I put it at that age going on up because there's real life lessons in there. And then you all know about the QR code that we have in the book for kids who aren't able to read for any reason. You know, they can just scan the QR code with their phones. Like all the kids have either their parents' phones or a tablet or something like that, and they can just listen to the audio book. So I feel like that's a good look for those kids. You know, we want it to be inclusive, you know, because, you know, basketball is for everybody. And that's a part of the reason why I enjoy it so much. It's literally for everybody. And some other news, we have our Go 100 basketball tryouts going on. Looking for some good players who do their best. That's what Go 100 is about. Do your best. You know, you don't have to be like, you know, the best player on your team, as long as you put forth your best effort, you know. So I'm going to pop up a picture of our tryouts that we have going on. And we're going to continue to have them throughout the month of February also. As a lot of you all know, school ball is ending. So, you know, summer ball is going to start. So be aware of that and come out and get a free player evaluation. As you'll see on the flyer, there's going to be a free player evaluation for, you know, each player that comes out. You can contact us at Go 100 Basketball on all social media platforms, from TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, our Facebook fan page. All right, I'm going to insert some videos for you all. Some highlights from last night's NBA games.
On NBA.com. At number 10, with time winding down in the 4th, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander fakes and hits the go-ahead with 9 seconds left. SGA with the game-winning shot for the Thunder. At number 9, Kyrie Irving digging deep into his bag of tricks here, finding Nick Claxton with the behind-the-back assist. Kyrie had 9 assists on the night, but this, the most impressive. At number 8, Bruce Brown finds the cutting Christian Braun, who goes up and over Kenrich Williams for the poster jam plus the foul. Braun teaching Williams not to jump on this one.
Not against my team.
At number 7, the Lakers in transition. Dennis Schroeder dropping the no-look assist to LeBron James, and the vicious alley-oop flush.
LeBron
and the Lakers getting it done on the break. At number 6, Devontae Graham getting it done defensively, grabbing the steal and heaving it as the buzzer sounds from half court. Graham not only beats the buzzer, but does so with style as he gets it to go from way downtown. At number 5, Chris Paul had 11 dimes, and the Suns win over the Grizz, but this was the best. Look at that from CP3 between his legs to find Bismack Biyombo for the layup off
Chris
the
Paul.
At number 4, Julius Randle driving inside and throwing down the monstrous slam with the left. Randle unafraid and flying high for the big dunk at number 4. Here's number 3, Gary Trent Jr. rising up and throwing down all over Jericho Sims.
I didn't expect that from Gary Trent Jr.
24 in the game, but teaches Sims some manners on this one as he throws it down on his head. At number 2, Jackson Hayes cocks the hammer and throws down the vicious poster dunk on Orlando Robinson. Hayes is going to have to clear some room on the wall for this one. Oh, you have to frame that. The and-one flush at number 2. But the best of the night, Zaire Williams with the rebound, chucking it from 3/4 of the court. And he beat the buzzer with that shot. Williams showing off the range as he knocks this one down from way outside. That's the top of your top 10 plays.
I try to keep it interesting for y'all. I feel like top plays consist of 3-pointers, half-court shots, dunks, so, it might be something exciting for different basketball players. The Thunder, shout out to OKC Thunder, have the number 3 leading scorer in the league in SGA. And I've been telling y'all all season, like, he was number 1 at one point, averaging like 34 or something like that. So, he's maintaining that pace. And I was just looking at our playoff standings, and it's not looking good. I'm not even going to bring up a picture of it because, I think they have us like number 15 or something like that. And we're not even in the play-in tournament. So it's all bad. WNBA news. Breanna Stewart is a free agent, and there's a lot of teams interested in her, and she's a great player. I fully understand why they want her on their team. She's going to benefit your team. Like, no matter where she goes, she's going to benefit that team. I'm going to bring up a picture here of DeMar DeRozan supporting the WNBA during an NBA game in a different fashion. How some people will rock the hoodies that they have, but he actually had some Kobe Bryants made for the WNBA. So I'll pop up a picture here. Those are nice. I like the orange on them. I like the colorway that they made, because that's the WNBA colorway, the orange hoodie that they wear with the white logo and everything. So I feel like it fits in perfectly. Our nonprofit, the Go 100 Cares Foundation, is currently doing a free throw contest fundraiser, and it's to help support the kids, raise money for some good quality jerseys. We want to represent those kids in a good fashion, so we want to get them some nice jerseys. And you parents, coaches, even other teammates can come out and shoot free throws against our players to raise money for this fundraiser. So you can find out more information on go100basketball.com. You can contact us at go_100@yahoo.com. If you have any questions about what's going on and how to go about things. All right, we got some college basketball news. I'm an OU fan. I'm a true Oklahoma boy. So, a lot of some people are house divided, and then some people are willing to be like OU or OSU on this side of the state. I used to live in Tulsa. It's a different conversation in Tulsa because you have Tulsa University and you have Oral Roberts University, which are two, good Division I schools on that side of the state. But I'm OU. So OU had some basketball games. The men played against Baylor, a number 21 ranked Baylor, and they lost by 2. And I'm not mad about that, because losing by 2 is not like a huge deficit. You know, from a coaching standpoint, if my team loses by 2 versus a good team, I'm like, okay, we just need to work on a couple more things and we'll be right there, you know? So shout out them. And then the ladies, they've been rolling, man. I'm talking about they've been beating everybody. No matter who they play, the ladies have been dominating. And they recently played OSU, and they beat OSU by 4. So shout out the Lady Sooners. Shout out my bro Tim. He's been ordering a lot of the merch from the Go100 basketball.com website. He recently got these items right here. This is a hoodie. This is just a hoodie, but he also ordered the joggers and the jacket set. So shout out Tim for, you know, supporting the brand. And if you all want to support the brand, get some merchandise, you can check it out on go100basketball.com. Moving right along, some high school basketball news. Duncanville standout Ronald Holland had a great game at Duncanville High School recently in front of Trae Young. You know, Trae Young is the guy from Oklahoma right now in the NBA holding it down. And I guess he travels back and forth because he used to play back and forth between here, Texas, Kansas, wherever it may be. So he was up there visiting and checking out a 6'8" guard that's at Duncanville. I think Duncanville's only lost 1 game this season, so they're doing pretty well. Shout out to them. Oklahoma basketball, there was a lot of big tournaments this weekend. Let's check out the scores. I know there was actually a Carl Albert tournament. It says Putnam City North boys survived Midwest City Carl Albert in overtime to claim the Titan Classic. So PC North won the Titan Classic 62-61. And Putnam City North is ranked number 3 in Class 6A. Carl Albert is ranked number 1 in Class 5A. So you got one of the highly touted 6A teams versus one of the highly touted 5A teams, and you know the 6A team won. So I was looking for box scores, but they didn't put any standout scores. So okay, here we go. They said Smith had a game high 26 points. So shout out to Smith. Hopkins had 23 for Carl Albert. So shout out to both of those for leading their teams. In girls basketball, high school basketball news, Jada Williams is a great guard, and she has a high potential, a high ceiling, and I'm excited to see where she's going to go and how things are going to go for her collegiately. On Eventbrite, if you all want to register for our Winter Skills Clinic, which is wrapping up this week, I think we only have a week left in January. So it ends in January, and we'll have a new event in February that I'll tell you all about in the next podcast. But if you want to register, it's on Eventbrite. I'll bring up a picture here of our basketball Winter Skills Clinic. Each episode, I try to include the kids' favorite basketball player, and me, I don't know. I'm older, so my favorite is going to differ from their favorite. And the last few episodes, I did Ja Morant, which was the kids' number 2 favorite. In the last episode, I did Steph Curry, which is the kids' number 1 favorite. So the number 3 favorite, according to the internet, is Kevin Durant. So Here, I'm going to insert a video of Kevin Durant talking about effort and, hard work and what it takes to be great. So check it out.
I don't even like to use the word happiness. That's just a fleeting feeling. It can just go so up and down. I don't want to chase that feeling. It's just not an efficient way for me to live. I feel like just having peace and simply just enjoying being alive every day is the best place for me to be. I don't want to be happy and sad. Like, I don't even want to have to go through that. I just want to just kind of float through life. I experience so much. I just want to take on every experience for what it is and enjoy it in the moment, So I don't want to chase happiness. Just try to stay even.
It's a journey that's better than a destination.
It's cool for me to be who I am and be and not apologize for it all the time.
Man, I'm not coming out here unless I'm 100%. I've never had no doubts in myself. I feel like I'm the best player in the world.
I feel as though at each spot, even in high school, my game was growing so fast. I need to be in a different environment to see how farther I can go.
Just try to approach this in an everyday manner and, try to take it a day at a time. I'm not planning to do anything. I'm just going to be myself. Every day is a challenge to stay at this level that I'm at. So I never looked at me switching teams as a new challenge. Every day I wake up, I got to fight against that standard I set for myself. I felt like it was a time for a change.
That was never my mentality ever, always to win the game. And, I appreciated people respecting my game, but I was like, I wanted more for myself. When I dive into something like that, with that level of focus, I don't want to be anywhere else in life. That's the most enjoyable experience I ever had after that first one.
Try not to compare. Each stop along the journey has been, it's just been tailor-made for the moment, I guess, Been learning a lot so far as a player up until this point. So I think I'm starting to put everything together out there on both sides of the ball. And I'm not looking at points or shots that I get up. It's just how focused I am at each possession. At one gym, I might be the best. At another gym, another guy might be the best. But it's just like, there's millions of gyms around the world, and this conversation is going to always keep happening, and nobody's going to get the title outright. So it's no need for me to even think about it. But I know what I bring to the sport. I know what I bring to the culture of the sport. And I feel like I'm accepted by all the real ones in the game, you know what I'm saying? So that's really all that matters. I get that respect, and that's what I've been playing for. Yeah, life is crazy. You can be on that high so fast, and then in a matter of seconds, you go back down. I'm grateful for it. It's tough that I had to go through it, but I'm also grateful that I can experience it, because down the line, I can be able to speak on how much it helped me as a player and a person.
I went through some adversity, but that's a part of life. That's a part of this journey, and I knew it. It was tough, don't get me wrong, but I never wanted to quit. I never thought I got worse as a player. I never thought that, so I wouldn't say it was a low. I just thought I hit some adversity, hit a couple bumps. And the way I was raised, the way my mom raised me, my brother and my dad, they keep fighting through. And I just tried to take that and apply it to my everyday life.
We were stacked. The odds were stacked against us. Single parent with 2 boys. By the time we were 21 years old, everybody told us we weren't supposed to be here. We moved from apartment to apartment by ourselves. One of the best memories I had is when we moved into our first apartment. No bed, no furniture, and we just all sat in the living room and just hugged each other, because that's what we thought we made it. When something good happens to you, I don't know about you guys, but I tend to look back to what brought me here. You wake me up in the middle of the night in the summer times, making me run up a hill, making me do push-ups, screaming at me from the sideline of my games at 8 or 9 years old. We wasn't supposed to be here. You made us believe. You kept us off the street, put clothes on our backs, food on the table. When you didn't eat, you made sure we ate. You went to sleep hungry. You sacrificed for us. You the real MVP.
Yeah, family first. Communication is key.
I'd like to thank God for changing my life and let me really realize what life is all about. Basketball is just a platform in order for me to inspire people. And I realized that so many people believed in me when I didn't believe in myself. So many people doubted me and motivated me every single day to be who I am. I failed so many times and got back up. I've been through the toughest times with my family, but I'm still standing. When you got people behind you, you can do whatever.
At the end of the day, I just focus on being the best that I can be and adding it to the group, wherever.
That's the most important time, like personal time in the gym. You spend a lot of time with your teammates and working through schemes and trying to be a great team. And sometimes you can lose sight of you as an individual trying to do all of that stuff. So when you're in the gym and focusing on your craft and your skills and how you can be your best to bring to the team, I think that's what the game is to me. You know? Because we're all individuals trying to bring something special to a group. We're here for a reason. Every team is looking to get better. Saying we want to look to upgrade and get better from where we were. I mean, this is progression of a unit, you know. So keep building our identity. That's the thing. And your identity comes from winning basketball games, regardless, you know. So if you win basketball games, you figure out what your role is as an individual, and you kind of stick to that. So never jealous of no teammate ever.
Well, our only goal is to be the best version of ourselves every single day individually and bring that together and work as a unit. And outside noise from people who are hoping that we fail, hoping that they see a show or get entertained by some drama. I mean, we can't control that stuff, you know? So we just worried about, you know, who we are individually and then bringing that together as a unit each and every day. Only the people in this building matter.
It means nothing to me because I still got to get up and work on my game even though I don't want to. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, that noise around me, don't stop talking like that. Like, I don't give a f about if I'm the best player in the league. I know what I bring every night.
No crying over spilled milk. It's about how we can progress and get better from here. I definitely used to have crazy anxiety wondering how I was going to play the next day or in the next series, you know, and it used to drive me crazy, you know what I'm saying? And for my mental health, I guess, it's easier for me to have this approach of just, you know, waiting to see what happens and then falling back on the work that I put in, you know what I'm saying? And if I fall back on that work, then, you know, I don't have to worry too much about what happened. I already know it'll come naturally. Try to play and try not to worry about it. If it happens, it happens. You know, sometimes when you tend to focus too much on not getting injured, you probably go out there and get injured, you know. So I just try to go as hard as I can and live with the results.
I see more issues if we're not focused, you know what I'm saying? If we're not locked in on the game plan more so than anything. Once we got a good game plan and, you know, we follow it to the T, you know, we understand that life is also bigger than this. So, like, if I'm telling you to, like, get your ass in the corner, it's not that I don't like you. It's just that, you know, that's what we need for this play to work. I wasn't expecting to be a happy human being from a title. I was just expecting, like, you know, the ending of a movie. Once you work so hard and everybody tells you, like, yo, this is what you need to be working for, is this gold ball and these rings. And I'm just like, all right, cool. Let me lock in on that. And I locked in on wanting to achieve that, but I also realized it's a lot of stuff that factors in it that's out of my control. And once I won a championship, I realized that, like, yo, my view on this game is really about development. How good can I be?
You know, I was just thinking like that, man. So to hear all of this stuff about I had ulterior motives and I was selfish, and I was just like, man, that hurt more than anything. And I was really opening myself up and trying to build relationships with everybody there. So it felt like a slap in the face, but, you know, then a certain side of me is like, well, I'm supposed to expect that. Like, I don't expect these people to be my friends.
Yeah.
Like, that was my fault at the end of the day. So I shouldn't have opened up that much. I shouldn't have expected them to be, you know, cool and be friends with me or to do right by me, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I felt like, yeah, of course I felt hurt from it, but, you know, it's a lesson learned.
Kevin Durant's favorite quote is, hard work beats talent when talent fails to work hard. What does that quote mean to you, Kevin?
It means no matter how good you are, if you don't work hard, nothing will happen for you. So I always use that quote. I instilled it in myself that no matter how good I am, I got to keep working.
Hopefully I'm setting a good example about how I approach the game, and hopefully I keep inspiring people to play and watch the game.
Shout out y'all for tuning in to another Go 100 basketball podcast. I want to let you all know that we still have some spots available in the Go 100 Academy. You can subscribe. I'm going to bring up the flyer with the QR code here if you all want to check it out and want some more information about it. Thanks again for tuning in. Stay tuned for more.